Now, the dude never mows his lawn. I think since they have been there in the house, I've seen the lawn mowed 4 times, and 2 of those times were on the day of company that they had. The day of. They waited till the day of. Why the boys aren't mowing the lawn, I have no idea. But maybe that's how people with that type of mentality take care of stuff. They mistake dandelions for landscaping materials and so forth and so on, and think weeds are shrubbery. Well, by the time they let them grow 4 or 5 feet tall, they kind of look like shrubbery. But no, boo-boo, they're still weeds. And not the good kind. The one time I actually witnessed the dude mow the lawn, he had his pants hanging below the bottom of his butt cheek, like halfway down his thigh. This is supposed to be a grown-ass man. And if there are 2 little boys in this same household with this individual, you could just write them off as statistics right now. You can just write them off as statistics. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. And I am one of those black people that think there's a difference between black people and niggers. But don't get it twisted, because niggers come in all color. I'm fully aware that there are as many white niggers as there are black ones. But anywho, continuing on. Also, during this whole fiasco, because I'm going to start posting these things as they happen, because they happen often. They happen regularly. So there was an instance where he found out that Creaky built our deck single-handedly. And he actually had the nerve to ask him if he would help him build his deck. So Creaky was like, "No, man, it's just something, I just do for myself. It's not something I do professionally or anything, just something I do for myself." So he was acting, because they don't have any shame. They don't have any shame about begging up on stuff. So he said, "No, it's just something I do for myself." And when we got our fence, keep in mind, you're the reason why we got the fence. You are the reason why we have the fence. So he asked Creaky if it was alright if they stained their side of our fence. Well, when he brought it to me, I kept my mouth closed. But my real thoughts were, oh, is he going to chip in like $3 grand on the fence so he can treat it as if it's his too? Is he going to do that too? But I didn't say that. I kept my mouth closed because I know he's a generous-hearted man. You know how some things you love about somebody are the same things that can irritate you. So I let that ride. But I knew that if he allowed them to stain their side of our fence, that fence would be as good as theirs, and they were going to tear it to pieces. They were going to destroy it like they destroyed their property. They weren't going to take any better care of it than, or do as any better of a job as a professional would have done. So I thought that was the biggest mistake in the world, and I just thought that's something I probably ought to just pray on. And so it turns out the next day on his way to work, I guess Creaky slept on it. And before he went to work the next day, he went and rang the doorbell and told him, I was thinking about it, and if anything goes wrong, I don't want to blame the kids or anything like that. So I think it'd be best that you don't. So I didn't know at the time, because he did it before he went to work. So when he saw me later and told me that he had a change of heart and he had already gone over and dressed him with it, I dropped to my knees and thanked the Lord, because that would have been asking for it. That would have been asking for it. That would have been asking for it. And if it's all the same to me, I just as soon have no interaction with them whatsoever, because any interaction that happens to come between us is going to be destructive. I'm telling you right now. Well, I don't have to tell you anymore, because they have proven themselves, like I said, repeatedly. Oh, on one day, on a Sunday, when the people who were across from them, before they moved out, because yeah, they just moved out a month or 2 ago. They moved out. And we're not far behind if they don't get their asses up out of here. We're not far behind. But they ran the people across from them out. The people used to be able to come out and play baseball, play catch with their sons and have their children, Not since they moved in. Not since they moved in. Yeah, so one Sunday, we hear some commotion outside. Commotion like we've never heard in the neighborhood. You know. We peek out the blinds, and she done called her whole family over, and they going at it. I don't know if they had a fight and he might have swung at her or something, but she had her whole family over here after him, putting him out. He had to get his Latino luggage, which is just paper grocery bags, and get as much ish as he could get and put in them bags and leave. He had to get out. And her and her family, I don't know if her sisters and her dad or whoever, who have you, but one of them was like, you better be glad that I'm the one that stopped such and such from killing you last time, and such and such and such and such. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, it's like that. All right. So now I'm thinking, and I hate to feel myself thinking like I know some white people think, white America thinks. And I'm like, this would have never happened in our neighborhood before they move in. This would have never happened. So then, once they get through going at it, and they're about to fight, and the sister reaching in her purse like she got a gun or something, I'm like, oh my God, I can't even believe this. I can't even believe this is happening right here. So, finally he leaves. And when he leaves, he comes down this direction, and Creek and I looking at each other like, I know he's not going to feel comfortable coming and knocking on our door. I know he's not going to feel comfortable coming and knocking on our door. So he kept it walking. So he ran and went around to some neighbors in the back. And he went to the neighbors in the back, and I don't know what he said or if they answered the door, if he was able to get in there or what have you. But eventually a cab came and got his ass. So the family wasn't going to leave until the cab came and hauled him away. So they hung out until that went down. But again, I say, I know stuff happens, and stuff happens in people's relationships and so forth and so on. But if your characteristics are such that they are likely to happen and to happen regularly, I don't want anything to do with you. And I don't want you to expect to have anything to do with me. But I do expect to have the right to command respect of my property and my person and my well-being. I have every right, and we work very hard and have limited time to enjoy it. So when we do, it is not out of line. What is that about? What is that about with trash that you wrong for asking that they respect you and your property? So, like if you tearing my stuff up, and I say, could you please not tear my stuff up? I'm wrong. I think I'm better than you. I'm hating on you. You know, I work really hard, and we don't really have a lot of personal time. So when we do, like, take really good care of the stuff. So, could you not destroy it? Why is that bad? Why is that a bad thing? If somebody were to come to me and with the same situation, then I would have to say, you know, you're right. I really have been insensitive to, you know, you, and it's not even my property; it's your property. So, you know, or why don't you parent your damn kids so that when other people go to parent your damn kids, you don't think they wrong? I'm telling you, I'm two shakes away from giving the dude at Walmart a high five for slapping the shit. Well, I take that back. He was wrong for slapping the baby, but he should have slapped her mama instead. He should have done the slapping. He might have got off a lot easier for slapping the baby's mama about 5 or 6 good times. Man, if you don't want somebody else parenting your kids, then you do the job. Because you're going to think life treated them wrong and that they got profiled when they become a statistic. Because that's what's happening. That's what's about to go down. So, and I don't care how many of you shits think that's terrible of me. I don't care. Because life is short. I lost mine temporarily. And I would have hated to have lived it enabling some shits like these that I'm talking about today, and that I'm not done talking about, because they're going to always give me something to talk about. Believe it when I say it. So it also turns out that dude had a court date, which is why the last thing they needed to be doing was be trying to cross us if they know they got rap sheet issues. But so dude had a court date about 4 months ago, and we joke, you know, we make our little hood rat jokes. So we're saying, don't laugh, white people. So we make our little hood rat jokes about him. And so we laugh, and I said, well, after the court date, you're not going to see dude no more, because he going to get locked up. I don't know what he did, and I don't know what the situation was, but he ain't no good. He gonna be locked up. And she deserved that type of dude. That's the only type of dude that she can get. She can't get a man. She can't get a man. And they so stupid, because Creaky would be doing all kinds of shit. Creaky would probably been mowing their lawn for them. He would probably been snow blowing their driveway. He would have done taught their kids all kind of stuff. Their kids would have known how to fix and put together and finagle and make all kind of projects and stuff for the lawn and the home and the vehicles and the whole, make their own toys, or if they toys break, they could fix them. They could have had some part-time babysitters on the slide, but no. Ignorant people are stupid. I guess that's what makes them ignorant, which can very often be stupid. Yeah, that happened. And what else? So many things. Oh, 4th of July, when we watched little fireworks. It was a nice little houdang. The people that lived across the street from him and the guy next to them used to have a display like you wouldn't believe. We didn't have to go anywhere, get caught up any traffic. We didn't even have to go to the town display, because it was diagonally across the street from us. And it was every year prior to their moving in. And so since they moved in, we just parked the car in the driveway where it blocks us from them, and we set up our chairs on the other side of the cars. And the people that put up the display, they always invite us over, but we usually say no. We definitely say no now, because we don't even want to be in visual eyeshot of them. We want to be blocked as much as possible from even look. We don't even look over there. And you know how like trash always got to have some attention, even if it's negative attention. So they're always like eyeballing over here or eyeballing somebody else. Oh, I got a story about that. I got a Labor Day story about that. But anyway, so they're always in other people's business, which I guess results in their kids learning that behavior and end up tearing up other people's ish. So I was saying he had the court date, and we were joking. We was talking about, you ain't gonna see him no more. He gonna be locked up. He gonna be locked up. But you know what? It's been months, and I seen her people come over, but I ain't seen dude. So my guess is that he's locked up for real. And good riddance. Good riddance. I said it. Both can sit and spin. I said it. Back on this whole hood mentality thing, and what people, and that's the thing. People got success all bucked up.